At what point does the franchise stop being the franchise that you fell in love with? At what point is it just borrowing a name? Welcome to Creepin' It Real. Thanks for joining us. I'm Judah.
I'm Jake.
We're talking about 2026 Evil Dead Burn. Jake.
Yeah, man.
This did not make the list of most anticipated movies for 2026. Why is that? It did for me, but I think
I was so disappointed by Rise. I saw the direction they were going with it. It was more the 2013 Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Jeez, it was more the 2013 Evil Dead. And for whatever reason, man, I was really disappointed by that. And so I just was like,
I think I kind of land on that same thing. And I really do feel that Evil Dead has taken that turn where it is just taking a franchise name. It's no longer that movie that I fell in love with. Evil Dead 2 is one of my favorite horror movies. And it's not Deadites. It's not the Necronomicon. It's Bruce Campbell. Yeah. It's Sam Raimi. It's the combination. It's the slapstick comedy that's nonstop. This movie has comedy, but it gets the Rosa Parks treatment and they send it in the back, man.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you can't sit up front. Get in the back, lady.
Wow.
Now, we need to have our own revolution and we need to bring the comedy back up front for Evil Dead, in my opinion. That kind of is one of the main things that I'm thinking of. It's like, at what point does a franchise stop being that thing that you love? There are things about this movie that are amazing. Let's talk about the camera work.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things in this movie is the camera work. There were some moments in this movie, there was a couple of mirror scenes that were really cool.
Yes.
And I think even during the movie, I turned to you and I go, oh, that was cool, man.
Yeah.
It had that underlying tone of, this could be an Evil Dead movie. So Lee Cronin, is that the Mummy? That new Mummy movie?
Oh, and it's Cronin. I don't know that first name.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Well, it's Cronin. Cronin's the Mummy. I watched a little bit of that, and that felt similar in that way. It wasn't a Mummy movie by any means. It was more of like, oh, this could fit in the Evil Dead. When you start saying that, we're like, oh, this movie could kind of fit into that new Evil Dead feel. It's generic. I think you mentioned it earlier, paint by numbers.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to the camera work. There were some moments that were pretty cool.
Now, I went in wanting to hate this movie because Bruce isn't involved. Despite wanting to hate it, I'm still giving this a 6 out of 10. And that is purely because the camera work really did it for me. I mean, there was some very creative camera work things going on that I really liked. I really enjoyed. Now, speaking about things that I hate, and I know that you point this out, and I'll accept it as it is, that you think that I look for these kind of things. When they rebooted Evil Dead, and they did the, the gender swap for Ash.
The 2013. The 2013?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, they're trying to reboot this. Why not? Let's try something new. That's gender swap. No big deal. Whatever. Right. But then it feels like Rise and Burn are following in the footsteps of the reboot, but they aren't satisfied with just making this female lead or female centric. They want to make every man obsolete and a fucking piece of shit. Evil Dead has become the franchise that hates men. That's my personal opinion.
Wow, man, that is a hot take. I don't know, man. Yes, there were very unlikable characters in this. I have to point out, though, that Ash, especially towards, Army of Darkness, he was kind of a unlikable character. You know, he's kind of a douchebag.
Yes.
He's kind of arrogant and cocky and not taking things seriously. You've got that toxic masculinity part of that way back in the 80s and early 90s. I guess I don't look for this stuff as much, but I could definitely see that. The male characters in this were beyond saving. And,
oh, yeah. They were.
There were no redeemable qualities whatsoever in any of them. Some of the other stuff I hated, man, the CG in this is hot dog water.
Yeah.
Like, it's just trash. And that's something that makes Evil Dead series the original so amazing were the practical effects. And there is just about none of that in this movie. I think there's a scene where there are some fingers moving up the banister.
A banister, yes.
And you could tell she must have had like some little sleeves on her fingers, a little green.
Mm-hmm.
And just so.
Yes, I leaned to you and I said, that CG is horrible.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah. This movie lands more on a 5. This is a 5 out of 10 for me.
Now, I've always had this frustration about the Evil Dead series with the evil because it never gets beaten. It's always just like, this movie ends, it's still out there. It really didn't end. We just don't know the other stories that are occurring. So that always frustrated me. This one actually took care of that scenario, and they introduced something that can actually kill the evil. And I was like, oh, sweet. They're actually going to put something in this that is like, hey, we can kill the evil. It just doesn't continue forever. Funny thing is, it's a dagger, which we did a review on an 80s movie called Demon Wind. And that movie wanted to be Evil Dead so badly.
Oh, yeah.
And they had 2 daggers in there that could kill the evil. Now, granted, these characters treated these daggers like one-time use thing. I don't know if they realized that you can use a knife more than once, but they'd use that knife and then like discard it for the rest of the movie. So Evil Dead then somehow becomes Demon Wind in Evil Dead Burn. They introduce a dagger and they take care of the one stupid effect. She uses it more than once. So I praise them for at least introducing something that can kill the evil and not being stupid and being like, no, you can only use this dagger one time.
I do have to mention just a fact check here.
What?
The dagger, this is not the first introduction of it.
Where? When?
Evil Dead versus Ash.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Ruby's searching for the dagger.
So, I did watch that, but I didn't remember it.
Yeah, so this isn't the first time it's been introduced.
The movies.
Yeah, sorry. And this
that's fine. Thanks for checking me.
Ties everything together. I see what they're kind of going for. I'm hoping that, God willing, Bruce Campbell survives his battle with cancer, with Evil Dead. That he's in a wrap-up movie of all this stuff. So the house that they are in is the same house that Ruby from Ash versus Evil Dead, that's her childhood home. So it connects Ash versus Evil Dead, connects Rise. Maybe we'll see Mia at some point.
I did point out that on the staircase there was a picture of Bruce Campbell.
That was a spoiler. Bruce Campbell does make an appearance in this movie.
Barely.
Yeah.
Barely. Sorry for the spoilers. I guess I should have put up a warning there.
Beep, beep. Yeah. So, I don't know. I would love to see them end everything with this, like, trifecta.
They never will. Evil Dead is going to go on. No, they're never going to.
You don't think so?
No, they won't. In fact, you were mentioning how in production right now is Evil Dead Wraith or Wrath. What is it? Wraith or Wrath? Wrath. Okay. That is a prequel. So
a prequel?
It doesn't even continue this. So your hopes that they're going to tie it up, because you were having your own theories about how the next movie was going to have those 3 characters that you mentioned meet up. Not going to happen at all.
Okay.
I doubt we will ever see Bruce Campbell in another Evil Dead movie. I think we have to say goodbye to the Evil Dead we loved and just accept or not accept the fact that this is the new Evil Dead and it's in name only with slight nods and, hey, that picture was a picture of somebody you used to love.
Hey, remember the series you fell in love with?
Yeah. Well, this isn't it, but we're using the name.
Yeah.
So I land on a 6 out of 10. Jake's a 5 out of 10. I wanted to hate this movie. I didn't. The camera work is fantastic. I would see it just for that. Now, I want to hear from you guys. Do you feel that this is continuing the Evil Dead name with, I don't know, a new flair? Or do you also miss the old days with Raimi and Bruce Campbell. Leave those comments below. I want to hear it. If you made it this far, you're a champion. You get a gold star.
Heck,
also,
if you make it through this movie without getting icks, you get a gold star.
There's some good icks in there.
There's some good icks.
Good icks. I am on Instagram. That's Creepin' It Real Horror. I'm also on X. It's Creepin' It _Real. That's on X. Please subscribe there. I'm Judah.
I'm Jake.
This has been Creepin' It Real. Talk to you later.
Bye.